Friends of the Killer Stories. According to Reddit, I'll be pulling from multiple lists tonight, so the first list will start at number 16. What? There we go. My aunt killed 3 people. 2 were strangers that tried to rape her, with one being successful. The other was her brother. Holy hell. She was always super aggressive and had strong views when it came to violence against other people. For example, she used to always say that she didn't understand why people fight or are surprised when one dies, because it's an automatic life or death scenario and one person has to win. She also had tics, like whenever you woke her up or surprised her, she would have her fists balled and be in a fight stance. Can you blame her, dude? What the fuck are you writing? What are you writing? Can you blame her with how you set that up? One time she sucker punched me with the force of the gods, and that was the time that I woke her up within 6 feet. I used to think that her views of death were a bit funny because she was so nonchalant, and even got kind of pissy when people asked her why she wasn't emotional after funerals or friends and relatives. I really love that. Doesn't the way some people are just make you want to not talk to anybody? Because if you have to explain that not everybody processes feelings in the same way, it's not worth who you're explaining it to. They're not worth your time. If you have to explain certain things to some people, their life experience is not comparable to yours. And you should just avoid that shit. Because are you trying to make friends, or are you trying to be somebody's fucking teacher or parent? You know what I mean? Our time is so limited. Don't waste your time with people that don't get you, you know? Crazy, but it's the truth. And then her family is teasing her in this instance, like family does. She would get pissy when people asked her why she wasn't emotional after funerals or when friends and relatives died. The weird thing is, the dude writing this wrote that she had been raped and had to kill her aggressors. That's the setup to her life. So maybe she's got a little bit of baggage. Maybe she's a little damaged. But you're framing it as like she's abnormal? People are sick, man. Even when they know what a person's been through, they're critical of them, hypercritical, as if they would be the same if they went through it. And then they assume that, they can just know how they would handle it, so everybody else should handle it the same way, even though they haven't been through that, so they don't know what they're talking about. I knew a kid in middle school who was trying to rob the house of an older couple and ended up killing them. That kid had some anger issues. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another wonderful and demonetized night on the Kyle stream. Linda, Diva, Maya, Wolf, Lizzo, and Null, Akeem Flow as well. How are you guys doing? Sorry if the music is too loud. I feel like I may be talking over it. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to reach that mute thingy in time. Let me sit Indian style like an idiot. Now we're talking. As we continue upwards on this list, we reach number 15. Wow. Rhea says, I wonder how you end up killing not 1 but 2 people. Well, shit happens, man. Shit happens. And when sometimes you get flipped into that mode, there's no turning it off at times. People like to drink and then quote unquote black out, but some people, rage can do it. Rage can send them into another dimension. I'm sure a lot of women have experienced it. When the certain time of the month rolls around and the wrong thing sets them off, they just see white and they come to and think, what have I done? When men experience that typically and often, when we get horny. Some men get horny and they do things that they don't just regret, but they might as well have turned into the Hulk while it happened. I'm talking just destroying a life, going after the wrong people, getting in contact with exes, sending messages and knocking on doors and traveling in the snow and all kind of bullshit that they shouldn't do. But yeah, maybe we all just shift. And for some people, hey, when you corner them like an animal, that'll bring out them instincts, okay? But let's be like Stripes and extend the olive branch. Did you know that when it snows, my eyes become white, and the light that you shine can't be saved? Baby, will I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave? Ooh, number 15. My cousin always had problems. His mother abandoned him for several years, and when he was young, his father was old. School. Spare the rod and spoil the child. He was borderline abusive. He got into drugs very early on and showed signs of psychosis as early as his late teenage years. After he began using PCP. Ooh, that's not like a light drug, my dude. God damn. You just start using PCP. What's this on the ground? Oh, yeah, I think I might use this. He began to talk about scenarios like he was the reincarnation of our dead grandfather's soul, and he was going to collect our still living grandmother? Huh. Well, when he began doing meth, he stole his mother and stepfather. We call that kidnapping. I've never heard of somebody stealing someone. My girlfriend's been stolen. What?
Well, good thing he stole from them instead of them.
Oh, he stole from?
Yeah, good thing he stole from them.
I didn't see that. Where did that word come from? I must have been blinded by my white hot rage because it's the time of the month for me. The time of the month where I do a lot of PCP.
Does he also have a gallon of it?
When I was 14, he gave me acid and told me it was just like weed. Where is he getting all of this? Oh, Monday, PCP time. Oh, Tuesday, acid. Whoa. Thursday? Gotta get that weed. With a splash. Did I say acid already?
Yep.
PCP, acid, and meth. Splash of meth in that weed. Can you do that? Can you meth up some weed? I'd rather do that than meth up the casserole that I'm cooking.
What about cocaine?
Cocaine's all right in moderation. He was never violent. The Kyle channel does not condone the use of cocaine.
Or any drug.
Unless it's the future and it's fucking free. Do.
Except weed, maybe, if it's legal.
What?
I said except weed, maybe, if it's legal. But every other drug is bad.
Look, I got cocaine running around my brain. Do you guys know that song? I got cocaine running around my brain. He was never violent, but super inappropriate with boundaries, like breaking into family members' houses without asking while they weren't home and just chilling there. He would do other strange things of the sort, and he rarely held down a job for more than a few months at a time. He cleaned up, had a baby, got some health care a year or two back, and we thought he was doing better, but he relapsed into meth and shot into a car with 6 people in it. He killed one of the women and injured 3. Well, hard drugs, ladies and gentlemen. Here's hoping that this will be a deterrent from anybody listening to this that thinks that they'll just be able to do them hard drugs and be fine. Not unless you're going to be strapped down, my man. And even if you are, there's a slim chance, or if not a good chance, that you could overdose, or what you have may not be the purest of shit. May have been, fucked with. May have been, I don't know, spliced with something that could kill you. That could kill you. Be careful, you know what I mean? Be sexual. Don't do drugs, guys. Come on.
You can get STDs.
Yeah, but you can live with an STD. you can die with a lot of the hard drugs that you take, especially if they're like drugs that you don't know who they came from. You know? As terrible as it is to say, you can live with them STDs. There's only a couple of STDs that'll kill you. You know what I mean? But most drugs have that capacity. You gotta really go nuts in the sex department to kill yourself. You know what I'm talking about? Death by sex? You gotta have a weak heart, motherfucker.
Sean.
And sex is supposed to be good for the heart too? So...
No, Sean.
Sex, guys. What a list. I'm kidding. Sean says, we used to sprinkle coke all over the weed before rolling it up into a blunt. The street name for the coke blunt was a chewy. Well, I know people do this, you know, but...
I want to know if you could meth up.
I was talking about mething it up, boy. Take that to the next level. What if the weed with the coke wasn't enough? I can't talk about stuff like this on a YouTube video. Come on, man. The channel's already in trouble. All right. Now let's go back to what this was all about on this night. And that's Rhea in the bathtub thinking about Kyle playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And I ran. Somebody's going to come into these lists one day and just think I'm crazy. Crazier than the people they normally watch on YouTube. I was listening to Medicare's I was reading Medicare's tweets, and he was referring to Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator series as To Catch a YouTuber. And he was talking, like, one of his tweets says some shit like, did I touch those kids? You got to subscribe to my, channel to find out. And all this bullshit. It was so dumb. Boy, hey, what if it's like that this whole year? A year ago, if you asked me if YouTube would still be kicking around by the end of the year, I'd be like, hell to the nah. Is YouTube going to make it another year? Guys, is YouTube going to make it another year? Holy hell. All I know is I got bills to pay, so I need to know when shit is going down before it goes down. Thank you very much. Null says, I mean, you can make that same argument for alcohol. That is also a drug. Drugs can be natural. They don't need to be manufactured. Boy, we ain't talking about no natural ass fuckboy drugs. That shit ain't real drugs. You know what I mean? Those drugs are as fake as the bad meatballs that Linda makes when she tries to make meatballs that aren't the Kyle variety. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about that giggledy wiggledy, that frip-dop frushly from the South, 1 time, 2 time, make you holla 3 time drugs, baby. That stuff where you take it and when it hits, boy, I'm talking about electric feel. You know what I mean? Give me that electric feel. And it hits you and you're just like, oh my God. That's enough. All right.
Shut that off. We don't need any more. We don't need your whole channel to just disappear.
Electric feel. Sir, I've been watching this guy. He's talking about mething up some weed, guys. It's not an instructional video. It's just an exploration. I didn't condone the mething up of weed, guys. Number 14. Did I finish the other one? Yeah. Shot into that car. You messed up, man. Number 14. Not me or even a relative, but let's say a colleague directed an airstrike haphazardly in 2004. There was no cause for it, and the entire mission was observation. Yet the opportunity was there. Utterly flattened a village. No idea how many casualties. That's war, baby. Was that Afghanistan? 2004? Probably.
Afghanistan, Iraq.
I think that was Afghanistan. Somebody tell me. Somebody correct me in the comment section if it's not Afghanistan in 2004. 2004 sounds right.
I mean, I'm saying that I think it was both places at once. I think it was both Afghanistan and Iraq. I don't know.
Number 13, guys. I don't know why I feel so tired. I just feel exhausted. Not a relative, but I was an acquaintance of the victim and met their murderer several times. Okay. sorry about that. I'm dying out here. This girl that I went to high school with always seemed nice and was super talented with the violin. Oh no. This was an performing arts school. Cool. We were never really friends, but I was close to a good friend of hers. Her mother was extremely psychotic and had divorced the husband. Uh-oh. She would frequently talk about the apocalypse and various ways to kill herself, which definitely freaked me out. The mother didn't seem to be super controlling or strict, but she was buying and hoarding pain medication. The one memory that really stands out to me is how she's told my friend's mother that she was planning on killing herself and her children to spite her husband. When Christmas break was over, I heard about how she took a rifle and shot the girl, shot her brother, and then herself. I wasn't surprised, but I was upset that none of us ever spoke up about the warning signs. Jesus, ain't nothing scarier than a mom jumping up and deciding everybody gotta go. You gotta take your own life. My God, okay. There's nothing else I can really say on YouTube about it. You gotta take your own life. God damn, man. I guess it is what it is. But you jumping up to take your kid's life too? Boy, oh boy. I was making a list earlier because I was watching videos on how to make General Tso's chicken at home with an Instant Pot. I wanted to look up how to make sesame chicken at home too. Does this make me a man of simple tastes, you may wonder? Maybe it does. Or that's what I'm thinking about how to make, is the type of shit that I'd buy from a Chinese place. But I'm going to be needing soy sauce, honey, vinegar, garlic, ginger. Some recipes regard tomato paste as something that I should throw in there. Gonna need some panko, which is a type of breading. Probably some salt and butter to mix into that panko. Ain't that a bitch? If you would like to join my Discord and give me cooking tips, or if you'd rather just cook for me, you bastard. Or cater. Cater, damn it. True Silver Wolf says, Kyle, you should get GTA San Andreas on PC and a 2-player mod so you can play through story mode with Dia. There's so many 2-player games Dia and I could be playing that we're not. Makes me wonder why. Sean says, I smoked heavily my whole life, but I discovered that I've enjoyed staying off of it for months at a time before starting up again. It's much more enjoyable than feeling like a slug every single day of the year. Weed doesn't hit everybody the same, my man. What? If that's the way it hits you, more power to you. Some people really need to take the edge off, and some people struggle with anxiety, and that helps them come down. Number 12. My cousin killed one of his classmates some years ago. Damn, you saw that? It was like, that shit was cool. I'm trying to get it to do that again. Well, sometimes you can't get shit to do what you want it to do again, but it was really cool for a couple seconds. My cousin killed one of his classmates some years ago, and for some reason I'm super terrified that anyone will know who I'm talking about. Even though this happened in a small town, not in America. So here's the short. Here's the short version, Kyle. Yeah. He always struggled socially. He did have some mental problems and was for a year or so taken away from normal school and put into a special program. Boy, you really not living in America spelling program like that. Why did you put me at the end of that program? That program ain't for me. Anyway, the special program that this kid got put into, he hated. But about a full year prior to the murder, he did change a lot. He was in his adolescent years and his eyes were open to all of the terrors out in the world. Wars and things of the like. It bothered him. A lot. He would often talk about these kinds of things, about the recent mass murders and tragedies. He hated it. He really wanted to do something, and that's why he killed. He needed to know what it was like. Bitch, join a fucking army, especially if you're not living in America. You know how easy it is to get a gun in your hand and go do something, you know what I mean? If you're telling them that you want to fight as part of some bullshit cell, What a disgusting piece of shit, man. What a bunch of cum stains inhabiting these freaking planets. So many people are signing up for war because that's what they want to do. And you out here killing the people who want to live like... He wanted to go and fight terrorists as soon as he finished school. So why couldn't he wait? He knew a classmate who walked through the woods on his way home, so he hid and waited for him and jumped out and stabbed him as he walked past. He said he panicked when the victim started screaming, so he stabbed him over and over and over and over again.
Did he expect the victim not to scream?
You mean you actually make noise? I thought you just touch them and they fall over dead. Like The Walking Dead. Just give them a nice poke in the head, fall over dead. Poke in the head, fall over dead. The pokes that I like to give, I don't want them to fall over dead, but they could. Wouldn't matter. I knew I could get a reaction out of you with that. You wouldn't matter. I can still get.
Ew.
It's a weird noise.
Any more out of you since you said, "Man, but boobs are boobs." Even if they're on zombies.
Wow, I never said that. Y'all gonna rewrite history because I was talking about titties that may be nice on a zombie. And it's not going to be a PG apocalypse, dude. The clothes going to come off. And depending on the state of deterioration, like if they just turned, that body's still pinkish.
No.
Come on.
No.
If it turns inside 30 minutes, that body is not just like, necrotic looking. It's not like a...
Well, they don't exactly look that appealing either.
You're making it seem like I'm going to chain them up and take care of business with my zombie, And it's not even like an original thought that some guy wants to keep a zombie slave that they have de-limbed. Ew, but getting in and out of that, can you imagine?
What?
No. I'm done thinking about that. Helsing Revamp says, how can you hate on Kyle's meatballs when the man right now is talking about sesame chicken? That sounds so good. Well, it's true. How can you hate my balls? Considering what they're attached to. Damn. Sean Watson says, Kyle, just wait till February. Why do you say that? Am I going to get something for my birthday? Am I going to get $1 million? I'm kidding. I only want like 400. Or you know what? Just get anything off the wish list. Like Sean Watson already did. You're already a hero, Sean Watson. You already did it. I put a bunch of chips on my wish list today.
I'm not saying I turned down $1 million. No.
Dia would eat the chips. She'd wait until I fell asleep and then eat them all over me and then get the crumbs all over me.
You make it seem like
that's how she gets her kicks,
Nope.
Yep. That's how she gets down. That's how she gets her kicks. Don't let her lie to you.
Well, I'm not you.
Dia also likes a cereal called Kicks. Yeah. And that's how she gets them as well. Her Kicks. You guys ever heard of Kicks? Y'all old enough for Kicks?
Oh, that cereal that you said you ate.
The cereal that used to be good. Listen, I know this is gonna sound. You know what? I can make a video about cereal. That would be almost exactly like the videos that assholes who talk about cartoons back in the day and how they've changed now sound. Because the video would basically be about how Kix and other cereals used to be delicious up until an epidemic, like a panic, dude, of people just, America's fat now. And it must be because what we're feeding the kids. So all of the food just got terrible. And it wasn't that great before. Let me tell you something. All food was not that great for a child. I'm talking about particularly what they give you at a not a grocery store, at a lunch at school. And The cereal, at the very least, was sugary and explosive, and it was delicious, right? But now,
Cereal at breakfast in school?
of course, they had like these little cartons that are like similar to what they would give people on a plane. School cereal. They were like these little plastic. No, what the hell is this? School cereal is a brand? Oh my God. Here it is. Jesus Christ. I was scared. You never used to have these at school?
No, dude.
Nah, man. My shit looked just like that, man. Come on now, man. This one, and they would give you the milks. Or milk.
I think
A milk substitute.
I was never a part of that program for the breakfast in school, but I think I did see a couple of kids like having those in class.
Well, look, I don't know what program. I'm glad that I have you now, girl, so you get to have all the cereal you want. If y'all want to donate to Dia's cereal fund, drop a $5 in the Streamlabs link below, because I want to make sure Dia knows that the hard times are behind her, you know? She is with me now. I'm talking about milk. You don't know nothing about milk. Come on, Watson. You're supposed to know about the milk. Oh my God, no.
It's real.
It's real! It's real now! It's real.
I know which one you refer
If you
to.
can dream it, the internet will make it. You know what I mean? It's just like there's too many people in the world now. If you can dream it, you can believe it. Oh my God. Like the video for me, y'all, because milk is real. Shit, I just ate them words. My God, and they called it milk. Boy, that shit ain't funny. This is crazy. Oh my God. Number 11. Okay. Here's hoping more murder is here, I guess. Ridiculous. What are we always reading every night? My freshman year, they were held on lockdown for 3 hours because a boy had brought a gun to school. He murdered his parents the night before and another student at 2 different locations? Bitch. You can't say that. You mean he murdered another 2 students at 2 different locations. The way this is phrased, it makes it seem like he murdered a dude one place, he came back to life, and then he caught his ass again somewhere else. I thought I killed you. Oh, shit, man. I only had one more life. No. And then you bang, bang, shot him again. Please, story, get a grip. He murdered his parents the night before, and then another 2 students at 2 different locations, and intended to take out all of his friends. Yo, that's a psychopath. You're friends with these people and they're not getting spared. And his ex-girlfriend. Well, at least one of those makes a little bit more sense. Okay, listen. Before killing himself, okay? He told the police that he was only going to kill his friends so they didn't have to hurt after he died. Bruh, don't worry. We'll be all right. You know what I mean? We were only friends with you in the hopes that you would spare us, and you put us on the list, dude. We on your list, bro. What the fuck? Can you imagine? You can only imagine. That used to be the biggest joke, is that you should be friends with the crazy person. Oh my God, what have we done? No, it's fear.
People want to go out like the Pharaoh, spring everybody.
Oh my God.
Cereal.
Thank you so much, Kirby, for donating to the cereal fund. You're a wonderful human, and she'll get it. She wants Frosted Flakes, I bet.
No, cornflakes.
Wow, you want cornflakes? I thought you like it when I frost it, girl. Yeah. Swallow that, girl. Mm-hmm.
Why you gotta say it?
It was all over the ex-girlfriend.
Oh, no.
What? What the fuck? That's what it says.
Like, literally right after you said what
Right
you
after
said.
I said that, it was all over the ex-girlfriend. She like it like that. Just
It makes it so much worse.
I don't understand what this means. What was it was all over? Does he mean it was all over for him? Yo, I'm confused. Okay, let's go. It was all over the ex-girlfriend. She told him she was pregnant to get money from him. And told the boyfriend, the dude he killed, that it was his. She moved several states away after it happened. It's still in an open case because there apparently may have been other people involved due to the evidence that the boy drug out of his house. The school still tries to say that it was a suicide despite the police saying otherwise. What?
Maybe read the parentheses?
There were scratch marks on the doorframe and spent shells throughout his yard, leading into the woods where he was found.
The parentheses did not help.
Holy shit. This is some movie shit right here.
Like fucking breadcrumbs.
Oh, that's what he means. It was all over the ex-girlfriend, meaning this was all because of the ex-girlfriend. All of this over a bitch, you know? And the ex-girlfriend said that she was pregnant with her new man, and the ex-dude, which is the dude that murdered,
There should have been a
went and
comma
killed the
in
new
that
dude.
fucking sentence. It was all over the ex-girlfriend.
I don't know.
Either way.
I don't know if that would make. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I just want to go away from this, but there's another one in here. Damn.
More cereal.
Thank you for that cereal donation, Haywood. You blow me. I appreciate this. Wow. I hope that I can get some cereal. She's, what about my cereal fund, Hey, would you blow me? You are now. I'm not going to say that anymore because we got a comedian back here, but you are now the stream boss. You did it. With a name like that, you are now. Who's the stream boss? Don't play. He knows who he is.
GIF.
And he gets to choose the GIF. If you want to choose a transparent GIF right now, Haywood, you can make it so that it's T-Love? Ta-Love? No. Choose the GIF, that you want it to be. Make it a transparent GIF. And I will splash that up on the stream. As we continue, the boy did not commit a murder, but I need to share because my school handled it poorly. I was in a long-term relationship in high school, and I broke up with the boy my senior year and began talking to someone else. Being in ROTC meant that I had many male friends who were rather close. I bet you, slut. Anyway, one of them being a fellow who asked me to prom. I declined, saying that I was going with another guy, and he kind of got huffy, but seemed all right. Wow, he turned into a bike. The next day, he showed me a picture of a pig that he killed with a sledgehammer and said it was nothing personnel, and that he kind of had to get it out of his system, He wouldn't make a mistake because he killed that pig. School administration said that I was overreacting and that he's a good boy. They wouldn't even let me switch class hours They wouldn't let me switch class hours despite being terrified. Well, animals aren't people. So he can get away with killing as many as possible.
No.
Wow.
The next closest thing.
I never even imagined sledgehammering an animal to send to the girl to be like, "You want to fuck me? Okay, all right. Well, what about Mr. Piggy Wiggums?" Oh my God. What about Wiggum the Pigums? Haywood says, how do I choose a GIF? No, just tell me what you want as a GIF, and we'll search for something transparent. And then I'll throw that up there. If you really wanted to, you could find the GIF yourself and then drop it in the Discord. and I'll put it in when you slide it in there, but you could just tell me and I'd look for it too. Bell says many mass murderers or serial killers start off with animal Skyel. I know, and that's pretty messed up. Pretty messed up stuff.
Poor animals, they didn't deserve it.
Number 10. This person failed at murder, but certainly attempted to murder. It was a rage attack with a kitchen knife. Ugh. She was a narcissist, self-centered, entitled. It made reasoning with her completely impossible. Because I said so, or because I don't want to, was a completely acceptable excuse for her. But of course, with was. But of course, this was acceptable for nobody else. Come on. She was also angry, had regular nightmares, thrashed in her sleep. Honestly, it's hard to say that any of these things will definitely lead to murder, but they did in this case. I thought you said it was attempted murder. Is this an ex-girlfriend? Come here, man. You gotta tell me. Stellar Stud says food also starts from animals. Is that your joke? You got that out of your system? You proud of that one, Stellar? Stellar, I can't believe you, you know? Stellar, I can't believe you. Haywood says he doesn't know what gift to choose. Well, I guess there's always people in the chat that can give their suggestions, and then you can choose among them which would be best. As we continue along, we arrive at number 9. I never met the guy. We were very distantly related, but my great aunt is one of his aunts. From what my great aunt has told me about him, even at a young age, he enjoyed causing pain and destruction. He'd do things like put smoldering ashes in the garbage so that a fire would start, and then claim he didn't know any better, or he would torment or beat up the younger neighbor's kids. Well, that's how they get started. Stripes, why you gotta put my personal life out here? People should have to pay if they want a piece of my personal life in that capacity, okay? My avocado dreams.
Oh, Haywood chose.
Haywood chose?
Yep. He wants Naruto running.
Look, a transparent Naruto run may not be as easy as it used to be able to find in the old days. Transparent Naruto run. Good. I think we've looked this up before, and they were all terrible. Remember? Yeah. I'm looking them up right now, and they're bad.
That one isn't even transparent.
Yeah. I said transparent, and it's like, bro, that one's not even a GIF. Not transparent? This one's a freeze frame? I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. Many of them are not transparent. It's a very difficult thing to find. If you guys can find Naruto running and it's actually transparent, what are you looking for back there, Dia? Naruto run GIF transparent. Cut. Jesus, what the hell? Yep, we can't spend, find it for me and then do it. I'd throw it up if it were transparent, but otherwise it'd just be a block. It'd be like a block on screen, and that's not exactly pretty. What the hell? If you just put in GIF, what comes up? Jesus, remember when Google used to not suck? Holy shit. I remember when Google used to not suck. Holy fuck, man. And it omits like search based on your criteria because it's trying to show you something specific. You have one job as a search engine. Oh no. Here we go. Number 8. I've been asked to remove this topic due to concerns of privacy. Apologies for those who wanted to read it. Buh. What a Alright. Huh. What the hell did this post say? Finding it will be difficult, but we'll have to try. Okay. Okay. So this thing is like, do we wait? Do we try to come back? All right. He says, I've been asked to remove. I don't see that in there.
He's not suggesting pink eye gif?
Give me 1 second here. Man, I can't even imagine that kind of loss. Let me search for willing and open and see if that's in there. No willing and opens. Why is it hard to find? Why does this have to happen to me? All I want is to find this deleted entry. That's it. That's it, boy. They're always hurting me, you know. There's the airstrike one. What's this one? My cousin killed a classmate. Okay, yeah, we read that one. Which one? Yeah, that's the sledgehammer pig one. Forgive me. Jesus, we could come back to this, I guess, and just roll by it. But I'm really wanting to know what it was. Is this it? This may be it. Yeah, it was made by somebody named Fupak. You thought you could delete it, you son of a bitch. And now we have it. My younger brother snapped and killed my mother and then himself. He also tried and failed to go after my sisters who were in the house at the time. In retrospect, our entire family suffers from some degree of mental disorder. He was the one who suffered the most from it, and in retrospect, there were a lot of things that could have prevented what happened. Our dad ended up offing himself after he turned abusive towards our mom, and she moved to get a divorce. We were all pretty young, and my brother was only 2 or so, and he grew up without a father. Our mom always had to work to provide for all of us, so we were left on our own devices, or to our own devices for the most part. My sisters and I always had to treat him pretty poorly. Well, you didn't have to, so you just did. It started off just being directed towards the youngest sibling and grew from there into us always having a strained relationship. My younger sister always got into spats with him. He or she would always instigate arguments and with one another, and in the time that he ended up growing isolated, it was always the odd one out. Ugh. He had to get along, or he was hard to get along with, and inherited our dad's short temper and stubbornness. When puberty hit him, his mental health got even worse. He became more and more argumentative, and he became louder and more threatening. At one point, my mom ended up committing him to the child's psych ward because she was convinced that my father suffered from schizophrenia and that my brother had inherited it. In retrospect, I think it was truly a combination of anxiety, depression, ADHD, all exacerbated by his upbringing. Yeah, I don't know shit though. All you can do is grasp at straws and embellish. You know, that's what you guys like to do. Check out Mary's bod, Ken. See what I did there? No? Some time passed, and at one point my mom found that someone had broken into our basement. Nothing was stolen, but that was incentive enough for her to purchase a gun for self-defense. I don't remember the details, but at one point she gave him access to the key. What? Why? I don't remember the details, but at one point she gave him access to the key to the gun safe and forgot to take it back. One night he was being incredibly hard to deal with. She was at work and he was texting her and being a dick. She made the mistake of texting him flat out that she was going to commit him again. What, are you stupid? I still don't know why she made that decision. What a dumb slut. He had said before he would... Oh my God. He said before that he would kill himself rather than go back. That night, she went back home and everything was seemingly normal. At some point, he brought the gun out of his room and shot and killed her in the kitchen. My sisters were headed upstairs and ran and hid in their rooms, locking the door. He went upstairs to kill them as well, but tried and failed to shoot the locks. It was a .22 pistol. The doorknobs were filled with holes, but he did not get in. I am still thankful that he gave up after failing to shoot them. He could have kicked those doors down with no trouble, but he didn't think to do so. One sister escaped out of her window, but slipped on her way off the roof and broke her back, leaving her a paraplegic. You ever read something so gnarly in your fucking life? This is somebody's life. The other sister waited things out in her room until it was safe to leave and escape through the other sister's bedroom. The police were already there at that point and brought her a ladder to get down safely. The bitch was trying to escape, someone trying to gun her down, and broke her back as she can't move from the neck down. Oh no. In the meantime, my brother had gone and shot himself in the bathroom. After some time, the SWAT team threw tear gas through most of the windows and then breached the home, finding the bodies and bringing a close to the night's violence. I was in my apartment in another town as I was away at college, and I woke up that night to someone hammering on the apartment call button for my unit, and I ignored it as I figured it was just one of my idiot friends. Somebody had let them into the building, and I heard them hammering on my door. Imagine my surprise to find 3 police officers at my door in the middle of the night. I thought I was caught, you know what I mean? My apartment reeked of weed as I had smoked a bowl earlier that day, and I was still a minor. Turns out they weren't there for the pot, but to tell me that my mom had died. Dia, I've always thought about this because I've been visited when my grandmother died to be told that, she's gone, right?
Yeah.
And I've always thought about what if I just had weed stench in here? They gonna arrest me then? You know what I mean?
It's so scary because they're here to give you bad news.
Yeah, and it could get worse.
Yep.
And it could get worse.
And it just happened to get worse because they came at the wrong day.
Yep.
Not like there's ever a good day to lose anyone. Oh boy.
And it doesn't need to be weed. It could be anything. You know what I mean?
It could be anything.
What if I'm 18 at the time and I have a friend there and they're 17 and there's alcohol there or something? We getting in trouble at our own crib? We getting in trouble at our own crib because our parent, a family member died and you're here to deliver that news, but there's something illegal that we can see from the doorway or some shit like that. Life is real, boy, and when it hits you, you ain't ready for that shit. Some people go their entire life without seeing what life is really like, though. Because if they were ever to get mixed up in the legal system, they would know that it's a game of how much money you have and how expensive your lawyer is. They did not give me one more detail than that. Not that my brother had died or that he was behind it all. My younger sister had told them not to fill me in all at once. Why does she have the power to influence what the police tell you? The police should be able to show up and say, yes, there is an investigation in progress, but as a family member, perhaps you're entitled to knowing all of what we know so far. Bruh.
The reason that it could have been...
Listen, here's where I'm coming from, though. Very quickly before, forgive me. You know I only interrupt you because I'm scared I'm going to forget what my line of thought is. The only reason that they would have to not tell him is if the brother was only suspected to have done this and he was still alive. He had taken his own life, Dia. So there's no one to retaliate against. And if they were withholding that information in the event that they were keeping it from somebody that might seek revenge, I understand. But the dude's dead. So what are you going to say?
The thing that I was going to say is, think about the situation, with them coming to you to tell you that, your grandmother had unfortunately passed away. What if they had gone to your mom and told her, hey, unfortunately your mother has passed away over in so place, and it's hours away. Now she has to drive with the information that her mom has passed away. And, it
doesn't make a difference, though.
It's still...
And that day was salty for both of us because... that was all the information that she had. She didn't have anything more than me having to be the one to call her and be like, yo, this is what went down. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, in the event that multiple family members are dead, and this is what is suspected to have happened, if they have that information prior to visiting, they should disclose that information. And if they need to say, for legal obligations or otherwise, that an investigation is still underway, they should definitely do that. But withholding information, especially from someone so privileged, in my opinion, as a family member, is a bit nuts. It would be one thing if they were like, all right, here are the people who are dead, and we can't say more than that, But to say, oh, your mom's dead, and then not mention the brother, even though they know, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. True Silver says, better being paraplegic than losing your life, and I get it. I get it. Oh, wait. Paraplegic is only bottom limbs, like half your body? Okay, paratrooper 2, then. Okay. Oh, quadriplegic is all 4 of your limbs. What is that? What was that? Oh, damn, H.H. Williams. You're really helping me do this, man. Thank you guys so much again for your donations, because this is a challenging... Yes, the cereal fund. This is a challenging month for sure with the channel being demonetized. So, I guess I'm going to have to smack myself in the balls, real hard to make sure that I take care of the business I'm supposed to. But you guys, the patrons, you guys are going hardcore, and I appreciate that. Thank you again. Forgive me for falling out with this, man, but it's like crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Oh boy. Get that out of the way. Yeah. Whew, boy. All right. It turns out they were not there for the pot, but to tell me that my mom had died. They did not give me any more information than that. Did not tell me that my brother had died or that he was behind it all. My younger sister had told them not to fill me in all at once. And as I had to make my way down, she was worried that I would be too emotionally charged to drive safely in the snow. Bitch, your mom, dad ain't gonna make you emotional? I
mean, one thing is you losing a parent, but the fact that...
Yes, tell them everyone's dead. Okay? You don't need to tell them how. This is what's confusing to me, okay? And I'm not gonna say it in a rude way, but maybe if he had told them that the brother died, he may not even be thinking about immediately making a trip the way that he would be with the mom. Maybe he'd have to get some shit in order, but if your mom dies, typically you dropping what you're doing based when you get the information and you're going, right? So listen, I feel that he could have known that both of them were dead and not explicitly been told how, since apparently the sister has the power to influence what the police tell this dude. So sorry, continuing. My younger sister told them not to tell me because they were feeling that I'd be too emotionally charged to drive safely in the snow. In the end, the police drove me to my friend's house and they took me down to my hometown, where I learned all the grisly details, and I met with my younger sister and stayed the night with her at my boyfriend's family's house, or her boyfriend's family's house. We laid in bed crying together and talking until the sun came up, and then we watched cartoons with the family's dog in a lighthearted moment amidst the turmoil. I think I'll end the story there. There were a lot of things that could have changed the way that things all turned out, but of course, that is all in hindsight. Life doesn't allow us do-overs, so we've just had to keep moving forward with what has been handed to us. Ain't that the truth, boy?
I like how this person says, it probably because of the upbringing. From what it sounds, though we don't have the full story, the mom was trying her hardest to raise these kids correctly. It was her and her damn sister that were making this poor boy's life miserable with the way that they were constantly ganging up on him and, being horrible to him.
This is the nature of children, though. Do you get what I'm saying? And let me put it to you like this. A lot of us have taken enough shit to where if we were to snap back and attack somebody, maybe the person we attack wouldn't be deserving of it, right? But how much we've taken, it's kind of justified. It's like a pendulum, and if you swing it hard enough in one fucking direction, you gotta expect that shit to fucking come back the other way. You know what I mean? Most people won't be able to know because there's no camera following us around for our entire lives. They won't know how full our bottle is or how shook up we are and how long we've been putting up with this bullshit. They won't see our gauge as far as the pressure is concerned. All they'll see are the immediate actions or whatever they're available for, and all they can understand is what they're told, right? So most people aren't going to see this. They're only going to see what happens in this moment. This is why it's really important when we go out in public and we mix into other people's lives to just keep your shit under control. People are not going to measure you by what you've gone through or, what you've been taking. You know what I mean? Because it's just not how things work. And when you go to court and you're sitting in front of the judge and a jury of your peers, people who are uneducated and in many ways like RPG characters that you would rather restart the game than play as. Do you know what I mean? I want you to think about that. Shit gets real. You in court and there's a jury over there. That jury is made up of people that are so fucking dumb that if it were an RPG, you would rather restart the game than play as those characters. And that's how people work. I was telling Dia this earlier today. I was saying some people, dude, are like RPG characters where they max out one stat and they're just fucking terrible in every other department. So maybe you know somebody and they're a really good dancer or a really good artist, or they could dribble a ball up and down a basketball court like nobody you ever know. They could grab a ball and run down a field like something you've never seen in your life before. But ask them to solve an equation. Ask them to write something down, you know what I mean? And hey, everybody can't do the same thing. We all excel in different categories, right? But the bottom line is, you in trouble. You're going to be judged for that act and the things immediately surrounding that act. And it's terrible to say because this dude may or may not have been in a state of mind that made any sense. But when you look in retrospect, it's probably going to be not the things that we could have changed gradually, as far as like maybe not being so hard on him, maybe not doing this. It's going to be like, why didn't I get a medication? Why did I send him that text message saying I was going to reinstitutionalize him? You know what I mean? Why did he know where the gun was? These are the big things. These are the important things. And maybe he had a sentence from his childhood. Maybe he was cursed. Maybe the family was cursed. Depending on who you're talking to, man. Some people believe that kind of shit, that there's a generational curse on people. And it's going to follow them. regardless of what anybody does or anybody says. You remember that movie? What were we watching? It's called Motherhood or something like that?
Mother.
It's called Mother. Is that what it was called?
Maybe?
Mother?
No.
No, that's that bullshit with that...
Heritage.
No.
Hereditary. Sorry.
Hereditary?
Yes, Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Yep.
Where it seems as though no matter what you do, it's coming for you. And you can try to course correct all you want, but much like what some people believe fate to be. Shit. It'll find you. You know what's really cool though? I considered Hereditary a very outstanding movie, right? The only part of that movie I couldn't stand was like the very end when it was like, y'all don't have to do this, please. But it's funny how that movie obviously will not test well, because if you want to do well, you got to do well with a really broad audience. You know, I'm talking like Quiet Place, Transformers broad, where it's just like turn your brain off, dumb bullshit, you know, jump scares. All right, man. Sorry, getting off track as usual. That was a really gnarly entry, and I'm glad that I could find it. So to anybody who may have been upset that it took me a while to get it, it was worth it. It's like I got a 6 cents for this crown, sure. Number 7, all right? My uncle ended up being a murderer. We would have family reunions every year, and that was really the only time that I would ever see him. My aunt was significantly younger than him, and they always appeared to have or be wonderfully happy. I remember the last conversation I noticed. Whoa. Sorry, I remember the last conversation I had with him before he was indicted or like arrested. He called me over to him and told me that he wanted to take me inside to show me something. He went into his coat, reached into his pocket, and pulled out the serious tag that OP forgot to put on the post. I got fucked. That's exactly the kind of levity I'm looking for after an entry that dark. Woo, it's better than the Loch Ness Monster, man. Had me going too. He reached into... For people who may be new to this whole Reddit thing, when you ask a question on Reddit, you need to put a serious tag on it. Otherwise, people will just make stupid fucking jokes and shitty entries like this, where the whole thing is just like this really long-winded story, and then it devolves into like a cooking recipe or some bullshit like that. There used to be this motherfucker named Vargas, man. He used to weave the most nightmare-inducing narratives that just blew my mind every time I read them. I don't know how. I feel like he was a genuine, like, demon just sitting and writing stories sometimes. I would read it but, you know, he was a genius. I think he was a demon because subtlety is difficult, guys. But it was never something that I would immediately just want to go, what the hell's going on here? It would go ever so slightly in a stupider direction to where you would pretty much be done with the entry when you're like, all right, man, who the fuck wrote this? And then it'd be fucking Vargas. Thank God I don't have to encounter this guy in the wild anymore, because he was insane.
The thing is, though, now they aren't, you know, silly and lighthearted joke entries. Now everyone just wants to test out the waters of how good they're good at writing lies. Like, they aren't funny anymore. They're just long-winded novels.
Look, man.
That's what we are now, test audiences for novels.
Let me put the picture that I saved. You found a picture earlier that is what everybody does on Reddit when they get upvoted. Upvoted. Vape me up, Scotty. Yo, Sean, you're not gonna wanna look. You don't wanna. I'm one of those movie douches. You know, I'm not super into pretentious crap. I just hate it when movies are heavy-handed, because I believe less is more, and people need to exercise restraint. And that movies shouldn't all be so dumb that they're pandering to people who just don't understand. Wait, is this really a transparent GIF? Because if it has a white background, I don't think it's transparent, guys.
It probably isn't.
It probably isn't, dudes. I'm going to throw a transparent GIF in here, and we're going to see how it looks. See how you can see the background? That's transparent. It can't be white, guys.
They can't see it.
No, it's in the Discord for anybody who may be interested in it. What I'm going to go ahead and do...
I'll show them the image that I sent you.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Sorry about that. Here's the image that I wanted to share. Okay. A well-written and insightful comment, right? And then the first edit is, thanks for the likes, guys. And then the second edit, seriously, guys, is this going to end up being my most upvoted comment? Shaking my head, edit number 2. And it gets silver and gold on both. My, how Reddit loves to upvote randomness, lol. And then there's another edit. Oh my god. Whoa. That's the most upvotes I have ever gotten. My inbox is really blowing up. Thank you. You're killing me. You're killing me. I feel like I wish there were a way we could consequence people. You know? But doesn't it show you, like, how fucking lame some people are? You know? Jeez. Can you teach? You can't teach that, Dia, how to not be lame. You know? Let the comment exist. You out here editing it going, oh my god, guys. Wow. I want to give a shout out. Oh my god. Get the hell out of here. Type of nigga that they gotta play off with music if you win something. Can you please? Where is the music button? Number 6. Okay. Oh no, it's like stupid. Here are things that I knew about my father as a child. He got angry when he drank and was drunk as often as possible. He tried to find any possible fault with anybody just to start a fight. In particular, he thought my mother was always doing things behind his back. Nice and insecure. He regularly threatened to kill himself and us. A gas explosion was one of his favorites, but he would also tie his belt around his neck. What the hell? When he killed his... From 0 to 1,000. When he killed his oldest son, my half-brother, I certainly wasn't surprised. I was and am sad about it, but I'm not surprised. How did he kill the oldest, but you're all right? Wouldn't you still have been there?
Good lord, that's horrible. Over politics?
What?
It says
No. He's talking about the politics of Reddit. People are being absolutely ridiculous in the comments because there's no serious tag. And he's saying how upset he is that, you know, people can't just, you know, monitor themselves and need to be told what to do. This guy's got a real bone to pick. The problem is he probably shared something very personal and very serious that occurred and happened in his life. And he's getting a lot of joke answers and people being assholes. And, you know, he's like, you know, forgive me for not participating in all of this waka waka when I shared a story about, you should be able to just turn off the notifications for a lot of the things that are coming your way, you know? Guys, go into the Discord and start talking to Stripes. It's really quiet in there. And sometimes Stripes just goes in there and cries because she doesn't have anybody to talk to, you know? Boo-hoo, man.
You're horrible.
What do you mean? How am I horrible? I want friends for Stripes. Big boobs. Big boobs. Who fixed the GIF? You didn't fix nothing. Stripes, I'm looking at it right now. Unless it's in general. Oh, here we go. Well, I guess that'll do. That'll do. if you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. Somebody's gotta whine it all around. Well, there you have it. You wanted a GIF, you got it. Well done, guys. Well done. As we put a bow on this list, number 5, a guy I went to high school with, he was a year or so older, ended up shooting his adopted father in a moment of rage. Can you imagine adopting a kid and then they kill you? He immediately turned himself in after realizing what he'd done. In school, I remember that he dated 3 girls that I knew, and all of them broke up with him because he was aggressive and clingy. What a nice guy. He was also the bad boy. Definitely was doing drugs, dressed very poorly, that sort of thing. Everyone kind of just distanced themselves from him, but never thought he'd kill somebody. Well, that's pretty daring. Pretty crazy. Minus Dobby says, Discord is kind of confusing. Why do you say that? It's literally just an app where you get into a room and you talk to people. The Discord sometimes have different rooms, so think of a server as having a bunch of different chat rooms specific to an interest or topic, yes. You know? You guys must be old as hell, but I mean, what, you know, I'm not the guy to make an interactive tour of Discord though. But I don't know if you ever feel like making it though. If it's confusing, follow me on Twitter, I guess. You know, because the notifications do not fly on YouTube. Plus, we want to be preparing for when YouTube bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Oh, boys. Hey, it's gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Number 4. I talked about this yesterday, but my uncle shot a man and had his children help drag the body to the mud so the pigs could eat it. I wouldn't say there were huge red flags, but he would have my cousins and aunts steal from us whenever they would visit. Wow. So that's not a red flag to you? Okay, weird. Okay. That would probably be a sign that his wife and children were too afraid to say no to him. With that aside, he was super nice to us, and it was pretty shocking to find out what he did. You made his kids do it? I make the boy watch. Number peppermint striped. Can you make a video tour of your Discord? No, because of the titty room. The sweet, sweet titty room. Well, I guess I could omit the not safe for work rooms. I could, but that's the heart. That's the spirit of Massachusetts. Massachusetts. The spirit of Massachusetts. It's the spirit of America. The spirit of the red, white, and blue. Somebody embarrassed themselves the other night in other nerd shit. That was a funny discussion. So there's a general room in the Discord. There's an other nerd shit room. There's a room for your confessions. Always something interesting being confessed in there. I can't say I'm not going into the rooms often. Daddy, look what I made, which is a nice one for people who have made something that they want to share. I hope everything is nice and above board in there for what I want to. There's drawings. There's a drawing right there. Looks like Stripes is hitting us with some nightmare fuel here. Or what is this, Stripes? Who the fuck is that, Stripes? May it haunt your dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. Stripes. Well done. Well done. But you have to admit it kind of does has like a spooky vibe to it though, you know? You should finish this and I'll use it for a creepypasta about a doll girl or something. Or I could just make it up on the fly. The Doll. Yeah, the new creepypasta, The Doll. What an original name, guy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She gave it a body.
She gave it a
This creature has a body. It's coming for us. It tries to take on our shape. It tries to be like one of us. Thank God Pink Guy is here to dance so that we don't get scared.
You can use any of the rooms, Sean. It's just more so what you want to talk about and it being in the correct room that you're talking about certain things.
Oh my God, somebody drew Stripes' ladybug creature with a seal. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become light and... A lot of drawings, guys. Remember, if you made a baby too, I'm kidding, don't put that in there. But there's a pets and kids room for all you totally original people that want to share your pictures of your animals. I'm kidding. It's healthy. Oh my God, somebody has a bunny. Oh, the bunny. That's cute. Okay, so guys, there's music for, I guess, you showing off what music you're into. Look, man, why do I have to sell you on the Discord? It's really just there to notify everybody in case they don't get notifications via YouTube. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? That song's prehistoric now, isn't it, Dia?
It's very old, yes.
Wow. Who sang that? Adam Lambert?
Yep.
What do you want from me? Song.
Adam Lambert.
What do you want from me? It came out in 2009. It's officially 10 years old. Or maybe 11 years old now. Dude. That song's 10 years old.
I was 14 when that song came out.
Ew, is that what he looked like?
Yes.
Ew. Look at your chin. Ew.
No, I don't think he had that.
Ew.
I think that's just like, oh, it's a lyrics video. No. I think when that song came out, he was clean shaven, but he had a lot of, like, eyeliner when that song came out.
Ew.
At some point, he had that on his chin.
Look at all you people talking about you were 15 and 16 years old. You gross little adolescents. I thought this channel was exclusively inhabited by old, big titty ladies with 3 babies. Like what Sarah Bishop wanted to be, but couldn't be, you know? You guys are all the living incarnations of the fantasies that Sarah Bishop had. We may all exist in her imagination, as a matter of fact. Which is why she's such a polarizing figure for us, because she's our creator. Wouldn't that be crazy? That'd be pretty scary, huh? If we were having like what I would regard as real interactions with our creators, and we are just the imaginative. Is imaginatory a word, Dia? Imaginatorium.
That's not what you said.
Well, that's another thing that I think is cool too. Okay, imaginatory. What? No, imaginary, imagined. Not imaginated. But is imaginatory a word? Why does it have a page? It is. What? The word of the day is glassware. I have barely any glassware. A noun.
Glassware.
Glassware. Where is the glass, Harry Potter? Harry Potter has given me clothing. Dobby is a free elf. Fuck you, Malfoys. Fuck you good. Oh my God. You won't harm my friends. My friends. Number 2. You know, I became pen pals with a bunkmate from a camp. She stopped writing after a while. Turns out, she butchered her grandma in her sleep and had to go to juvenile hall. Yeah, when they do it young, they never stay in there for, it was actually Junvie Hall. Maybe that's just like a cool pop band. You like that one? My bad. Junvie Hall. Alright, that's enough. So the problem is, when they're young, they never stay in there for any particularly extensive amount of time. And then also when they get out, do you know that the government for some reason wants to like protect them? You know?
Yeah.
It's nuts. Like they're the murderer and they're getting protection. That was when they were young. It's all behind them now. So unless they're a darky and they're gonna get, maximum time. Speaking from experience, I am Black YouTube. In case you try to come at me, that is racist. What you said. How dare you? I have a black friend, myself. Okay, YouTube, me. Okay. God.
I count as a minority.
You count as a minority?
Yes.
You said that out loud. I can't believe you.
Yeah, because I am.
But it's just a phrase I've never heard anyone said.
Said?
A phrase I've never heard said by anyone. I count as a minority. Hello. Put a check mark next to my name, damn it.
At least I'm not putting it in my Twitter bio.
You can't put a check mark in your own Twitter bio. No, actually, you probably can. Let me get a check mark emoji.
I meant it as I count as a minority as being part of my Twitter bio.
Can I get a blue one? Blue. Come on, there's no blue checkmark emojis. Man, why green but not blue? What if I put this at the very end? I'm sorry. Why are all the check marks green? Wait a minute. Does this count? No, it'll probably just be the color of the text when I copy it, See? Or I bet you the green one is actually green when I copy that motherfucker. See? Ridiculous. Someone find me a blue check mark, please. Appreciate it. Here we go. Number 1 on this. Wait. What I vividly remember about the girl who butchered her grandmother is how needy she was during camp. She always needed you to smile or wave back at her. I guess her grandma wasn't feeling it one day. Ain't that a bitch? This is not a check mark, Stripes. I'm sure maybe that shape is somewhere in there. I need it detached from any other geometric shapes you may be throwing into. This is made of many check marks. You're welcome. Oh my God. Beth says, hi, Kyle. I was watching your April 30th stream while I was at work today and accidentally turned the volume all the way up when I mishandled my phone. Usually I have it near the mute. People heard you mention cat lasers and were probably like, WTF, LOL. Probably. Or maybe they had a negative reaction. You don't know. Sometimes people just hearing my voice get really angry. I've had that effect on some people. Turn into a real Mexican standoff, I really have a voice that pulls the air out of a room. Like I could be in the back and just yell something and people go, and you know what I mean? They just shift into another. Oh my God. Again. Who the hell said that? Number 1. We made it. Technically, my grandmother is a non-convicted murderer and it was not remotely unexpected to any of us. She grew up in a farming family that provided known monetary support to the Klan. Oh my God. With over 1,000 acres, much of it woodland, they hosted multiple Klan events and allowed them to hide out from the cops when the crackdowns began. She was in her late 80s, was incredibly racist, cruel, hateful, and frequently exhibited psychopathic symptoms by mocking the suffering of anyone she deemed inferior. Oh my God. A few years ago, she was driving to church meeting around sunset and killed a 90-year-old man who was African American by hitting him with her car more than once. She claimed he was laying in the road, but that was a lie. He was walking in the middle, though he was walking in the middle of it, and that the thought was, and she thought was a trash bag.
He was a trash bag.
Thought he was a trash bag. Upon impact, she then backed up over him in her truck with the front and back tires. Obviously, he did not survive this. Notably, she avoided all criminal charges and even kept her license. She is still driving today. She did, however, lose a civil case and clearly said the following as she left the courtroom: killing an N-word didn't used to be so expensive. America. I am so sorry that all of this is a true story. Growing up next to her was a terrible experience, as you would expect, and I got out as soon as humanly possible. Whoa, bro. There are places that you don't want to live anymore in America, and that's just the way it is. That this shit is still going on too, boy. Some places you just don't want to live in America. Well, here's hoping that we all stay somewhere where the law will at least pretend to be on our side. You know what I mean? Before it's too late. I always say keep those cameras charged, man. You guys always talk about the gay ass tea that you're sipping and shit like that. Then keep them receipts, homie. Contact a lawyer, get some fucking proof and evidence, because when it's her word or his word against your word, ooh, dude, it's not gonna go down so well in court. You're gonna want to have a video letting you know. Just letting you know. Now, I was gonna read from other lists tonight, but I feel like that one did it. And that's what matters. It's raining in Australia, so that's nice. Oh, snap. It's a good thing I couldn't, wait. Instant regret. Right. Oh my God, girl. What the hell is wrong with you? Situational awareness. Unless she did this for, clout. She might have. She might have did it for clout. That's a really specific place to stand and do that. Well done, lady. Well done. Could have been worse. How are you all doing? You guys having an Australia evening? Keep it perky. Stay out of trouble. Veteran lost his dogs when he went to the hospital. Man gets stopped and frisked for looking suspicious. Ask officers for their name and the cops tell him, "Fuck you is my name." Now we're talking. Where you
need a supervisor for? Where you need a supervisor? Because I just was unlawfully searched. I didn't commit to a search. I don't understand why I was searched. I'm sorry, why? I don't understand why I was just searched. Why my information was pulled out of my pocket for no reason. Because you can't do that.
Because y'all could just do that.
I'm detained under no reason. I'm not committed of no crime.
You said, "Fuck you" is my name.
I know enough of the shit that I'm talking about. I know enough. What was your name and your badge number again? What you say? Fuck you is my name.
I got that on camera.
You got that on camera? Wow. Fuck you is my name. Wow. Police officers really upstanding. Gentlemen upholding the law. Fuck you is my name. Unlawfully searching people. Or maybe lawfully searching. That's what they could do. But they didn't find anything. How unfortunate. They saw some darkies that they couldn't find something illegal on. They mad about it too. They will search him all night until one of them brings out something to plant on his ass too. Fuck you is my name. Can you imagine being that easily triggered, you know? Ugh, there's no drugs on him. I just wish I brought my own drugs to plant on him, freaking darky. It's okay though, police officer. I'm sure you'll find another one somewhere that you'll be able to take to jail and feel like a big man. Big man.
Ooh, Sean Watson.
Sean Watson says, Kyle, tell me your most nostalgic video game. I'm gonna make you something cool. Nostalgic, dude. Like, I want to pretend it's Halo, but
How is it not Halo?
you would think that it's Halo. It's simple, but I don't know.
It'd be a tie between like original Pokemon and Halo, to be honest with
You don't know that. Only based on what I've been, but yeah, probably just you don't have to make anything, man. But I do like old school Pokemon. And I guess I do like Magikarp, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. I feel like Magikarp embodies what Pokemon used to be. There was a lot of effort that you needed to put into capturing all of the Pokemon, training up those Pokemon individually. Magikarp was a Pokemon that did not evolve and would not evolve normally because he had no abilities when you caught him. Magikarp could not attack. So to level up a Magikarp, you would have to catch him and then put him out as your first Pokemon, and then switch him out and then defeat whoever you were fighting with the second Pokemon. And then they would both share experience because Magikarp was technically part of the battle. And you would have to do that over and over and over and over and over until Magikarp finally evolved to a level where he either learned Tackle and could then fight on his own, or, eventually he would just evolve into Gyarados. And I think, that kind of strange, weird, very specific type of bullshit was really cool, Some Pokemon would require a stone for you to evolve them. Some Pokemon needed to be evolved during the day or during the night. I feel like, that game ended up losing its way. So it does have a special place to me. I guess it's nostalgic, but,
The other game that I completely forgot about
is what Tiffy Cakes mentioned,
Yeah,
Portal. Portal is the only game that, I don't know, I respect in a way that I can't really compare anything else to. But mainly because of GLaDOS. And what I really liked about Portal was that at the completion of many of those tasks, it wasn't a congratulations, a pat on the back, a you did it, you're so amazing. It was like, who gives a shit? Move to the next test. You're doing this slower than the other test subjects as well. It was just dark. It was fantastic. The first Portal really came at an amazing time, and I've yet to see anything even come close to that. And that's unfortunate, but it is the way that it is. I always say, you want to talk about the games that are very specifically special to me is like the holy trinity of like Portal, Pokemon, and Katamari Damacy. Katamari Damacy had gameplay that I don't think anything's ever going to click like that kind of gratifying and weirdly, I don't know. I know in a sentence, you tell somebody, hey, you want to play this game? And they go, what do you do? And you tell them you roll shit into a ball. And maybe you need to show them before they really get it. But nah, you have a thing and you roll it and everything sticks to that thing. Boy. Pokemon Portal Katamari Edition. Alright, True Silver. If I had to say that I had a very nostalgic game, it would be, the chips on my Amazon wish list. That is something about that just make, it really takes me back. You know what I'm talking about?
What segue is that?
It's not a segue. It's just a plug for my Amazon wish list. Fuck you is my name. Damn, Officer Chill. Officer No Chill is more like it. Jesus. Their ice cream machine must have been broken again. Somebody going crazy at a McDonald's. Oh my god. This isn't America. Dude. The ice cream machine. You know I got tons of ice cream that I could have, right, Dia?
Yep.
But
And you have the
What's up?
chocolate
Fat
shells
pig?
to put on it if you want.
What, you don't see where you're fucking going?
wow.
I wasn't even driving.
He wasn't even
Shut
driving
the fuck
though.
up, you fucking piece of bacon.
Why did I get picked up?
Well, you just attacked the fattest dude in the car. You the one who said something, though, so, you know. Some people just dying for human interaction. Need somebody to talk to. So lonely. Just want the bacon. Sorry. That's a really fun noise, isn't it, Dia?
It was an interesting noise. I don't know if it was a fun noise, though.
Well, guys, it's time for Kyle's titty quest because Dia's gonna go leave me. You know, probably just gonna level up in stupid ass Battlefront. Because Battlefront, like, all of the heroes need to be leveled up before you can unlock these OP fucking cards that they have that make their abilities better. Boy, we're all so ready for Animal Crossing on the Switch. Animal Crossing, it's gonna change all of us, and I need you all to play with me. Why can't you play with me? Sean says, I remember the trading cables. Bro, I had like one of these see-through Game Boys back in the day. I think they call it monochrome. Monochrome Game Boy. And it was like a purple monochrome Game Boy color. Why did you see me write monochrome and you don't pull any of them up? Is that not the word for it? I'll just look up see-through then. Does my word mean nothing?
What are you gonna say like that?
Because it didn't do anything. It just brought up a normal ass Game Boy. It was yeah, this is the one. Takes me back. Oh, well, I guess much like most things that I represent, there, you know, page doesn't exist anymore. That was too old, Grandpa. I remember you turn it on and it would go, Booding, Sega. You know what I'm talking about? Not funny, sorry. Okay, so as long as everybody's having a fancy day, you know, George Lucas and Baby Yoda. Is this real?
I would hope so.
That's a good looking Baby Yoda. That looks really good. Where did they get that? Oh, why are you using the subreddit style? Ew. Bro, no. God. Tacky. Please. I gotta go up and show the sidebar now. Ugh. Show. Oh my God. I can't find the chat. Is it at the very bottom? That's not annoying. I can't turn off the style of this bridge. Oh my God. Oh wow, it's in the weirdest spot. Yeah. Whoever made it made that to hide it too. Fuck you. Fuck you, you douche. Why is it so blurry? I feel like it's ready to throw him across the room. When you bring Baby Yoda to Granddad for the first time. What kind of accent does he have? Gooba gooba! You're killing me. Misa Baby Yoda. Okay, good one. Yo, man. George Lucas looking like Santa Claus. Ninja finally got his own Fortnite skin when Ninja's no longer relevant, baby. Oh, damn. You know Fortnite was waiting to see if Ninja was going to make an ass of himself like every other real person. Ninja's not a brand, dude. He's a man. You know, try as he might. The only thing that saved him, and God bless Ninja for this, I don't say it enough, Ninja refused to play with hoes. They would have sabotaged this dude's career by now. Women, they would have ruined this dude. They would.
Smart man.
Oh my God.
He's a very, very smart
I am not going to play with girls. That's what he said.
Who is Ninja and why won't he play with women? Women aren't good.
Bitch.
I like that Ninja was like Twitter trending famous for a
Yeah,
while
because SJWs come out of nowhere and go,
What do you mean?
It's like they take offense to it as if he said, "Oh, women can't play," and it's like, no, I just refuse to play with you. I have my reasons, and my reasons is I ain't stupid, and I ain't waiting for one of you to ruin my opportunities.
Stripe says, when you gonna be in Fortnite, Kyle? When can I be the mascot of anything, okay? Because I'm not gonna play ball, I'm not gonna be PG enough, I'm not gonna say what they want me to say or tone it down. I don't suck enough, you know? But maybe someday they put the right amount of money on the table and I'll just be like, that's my mouth opening up. You know? That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yep.
Somebody made this for Chinese New Year. This meme has a lot of staying power, dude.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I hope it stays for many.
But no, there aren't a lot of memes that make people redo it this much.
There's been few. Very, very few. I feel like I've seen like variations of like maybe one or two other memes, but this one is the one that gets the most remade.
I don't even know.
I can't remember the other two, so.
Well, guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Like this video, it helps me more than you know. Even though the channel is currently demonetized, but hopefully we can work through that.
Pepe gets redone a lot.
Yeah, but Pepe's like in another dimension. Pepe may be a meme that,
Transcends time and space
you know,
and human comprehension.
something about Pepe is like the Pokemon of memes. He's, oh boy.
No, he's like the Mew. The Mew of
Pepe is kind of like a meme that
Or did it?
wouldn't have worked out unless people forced it. And then okay, I guess the best way to describe it would be this. I've been in communities of douchebags who circulate things not because we like them, but because they piss people off, because it gets them a reaction. But before we knew it, we liked it, and everybody else did too. You know what I mean? So it had like this weird, I wouldn't call it a backfire. It was just like, it's part of us now. It's part of us now. I would compare it to wanting to rickroll people when you hated that song and then liking the song over time. You know what I mean?
Joke's on you, I always liked that song.
Sick of my
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
sick of my fucking example, please. My example. My steepler. Guys, if you want to be the one to go to my wish list and get me a Pop-Tart. Oh no, I'm supposed to link the wish list so you guys know, you know, so you can judge me. Or you can get me a blanket. Don't they have cheaper blankets on Amazon? Somebody find me some blankets that are cheaper than this. Amazon fucking around in the blanket department, but I need one. The blanket I have has seen better days. It's all clumpy in parts now. Don't laugh at my blanket,
There's
Dia.
many things that I don't like about that blanket. The clumps is the least of
The clumps is the least of the blankets.
of the problem.
The clumps of the blanket. Somebody turned that into like a cool name for a book.
The clumps of the blanket.
The clumps of the blanket. That's a hot memoir. That's a really cool manifesto.
That should be the name of yours.
That's the name of my manifesto.
No, you freaking dork.
The clumps in the blanket.
Your memoir, like
The
your
blotches
story-
on the sheets. You know what I mean?
like your stories.
The stains in the underwear.
If you were to write your own like
Manifesto.
memoir or whatchamacallit?
I want a comforter, not a blanket.
Biographies?
Yeah.
If you were to make yours, how would you make yours? Because I think some have done like kind of like poetry type of storytelling.
Isn't this kind of what you had?
Yes, I got mine from a Sears, and it looks similar to the way that it was in the packaging.
It's funny that I look up blanket and some of these are draped over a couch. How has this become standard? And y'all, I want to show this to everybody. It's not even funny. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. I looked up blanket and let's count them together, y'all. 1, 2. I'm just scrolling down this page like, what is with the chairs? 3, 4, 5, 6. We have, yeah, 7. That's a chair back there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Does my page go on forever? 22. I think this page is like never ending scrolling.
Or is the word throw?
Oh, this is the cheapest one that I've seen. It's 26. So I'm gonna throw that one on the wish list. The problem is,
Change the color.
I don't know. Sometimes if you change the color, it changes the price. So boom, there go to white. What if I hit gray? Oh, it's even cheaper. You got lucky this time, Dia.
Why would we want white cheeks, period? Unless
Well, I'm a very clean guy, and my ass is nice and doesn't leave
No,
streaks of the butt variety.
I would have to end up leaving the blanket that I have now to you because of how you tend to just drag that shit all over the damn floor.
You know, they say that unless a big breast anoint a blanket, that it can't be, cured of all the souls that are trapped in it when it's made in the sweatshop.
Good thing you already have mine, you douche.
What, my big boobs don't exist anymore? Shit.
No, we've already spoken about this. My boobs are bigger than yours.
For now.
Why are you trying to get bigger boobs than me?
True Silver Wolf says, I know Japanese voices can be good. I just can't get enough of the English PS1 version of SOTN. Okay. Guys, I apologize. I was supposed to end this properly. I do love you. I'll see you all soon. Go judge my wish list. You know I love it when you do. Did I drop the link? Or did I, believe that? That's a check mark. How come it looks blue now? Where did I find that?
I don't know, but keep it for
No, it's not blue. It's green in the browser. What the fuck? YouTube mock me. That shit ain't funny, man. I'm done. I'm so sick. I work hard for my fake blue check marks. Fucking Filthy Frank dancing on screen. What is this? Oh my god. Guys, love you. Talk to you soon. Before I go, though, I do want to issue. I want to issue a thanks to all my patrons. I'm working on a new graphic. Forgive me. I want to thank Kirby. I want to thank Haywood. He's the new stream boss. And I want to thank H.H. Williams for his gangsta donation. You guys are amazing. I'll see you tomorrow. Dia's gonna go stream, so you know that link. And I'll see you soon. Yeah. Stay out of trouble. Bye. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Damn, an hour and 50 minutes. God.